Right, so here we go. Triumph Tiger 1200, I think. But what we're doing, I'll click on one there, and then I can forget where I put my keys and have to watch some footage back. But what we are doing is final drive. So there's not a single video anywhere for replacing one of these, so I might as well do it and get a load of hits off of it. Why not? Well, it depends how many of these are ruined and not. So I'm going to go through the basics of getting it off and on, and yeah, shouldn't take too long. Alright, first thing you're going to need, impact D with a 15mm. You should. Nice. I wish I would have taught specs for this afterwards. But that's them. Well, that's one bit down. I'll put this out of the way. One of the things that I would recommend if you are doing this yourself, so you've got a, what is this, 17mm hex right in there. Hopefully you can see that. Hex bolt that side, hex bolt that side. You get yourself over a 17mm hex that you can get a spanner on, or a socket in the front. You will need that. This just comes in like a sump plug kit. Just a generic sump plug kit. And it's handy to have anyway, because on a lot of other bikes you've got that similar sort of thing. Anyway, right. So we're going to want everything off of this. So we're going to want this disc. And then pads are shocked a bit. You're going to want some pads as well then. Right, I'll add some pads to the list, but they can be changed off the bike anyway. Right, pause this and I'll do like a little manoeuvre. Cool. Right, we're now on the other side of the bike. So where this rubber boot is, I'm going to want that off because we're going to need to get to this little union here. So that can just sit there and wait like that for a little while. That's good. Right, then we're going to be just removing gubbins off of this. Right, so I'll get another little magnetic tray. Never hurt. Keeps everything intact. That's that. That opens up a little bit more room for us. So we're going to be taking brake caliper off. It's two. I might even do 15s as well. Got 115, and by the looks of it, a 13, 14. If you haven't got one of these little Milwaukee guns, get one. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. 14. Is that 14? Good choice. Yeah, this is only the little 3/8 one, but this is mainly what I use. Disassembling bikes. Look at that. Not a drop of sweat at all. She's off. Right, have a sensor. Back onto there. We'll start. Right, so that was one of the hardest little bolts to get out. What that is a T30, but being in that vicinity of getting caked in shit. So you'll see it, there's a little speed sensor just up on the top behind the disc. That sits in the top. I'm now going to take the disc off. So they've got free access to it. What are these? T40s? T40's holding the disc on. I'll bring you around. T40's holding the disc on. They'll be on there fairly tight because of very tight, some of them. They'll be same again, full of fucking road drops. And guaranteed this one's now going to be an absolute pain in the arse. That's the kitty. So I will just mark on the front with a paint pen, just so I know what I'm going to do. Little white mark on that side. Check there's nothing else on that other side. Put a little X, so I know that's facing me when I put the other unit back on. But this one's come with bolts in it. So it is a second-hand part, but it's in a lot better condition than this one. So we're changing this one because it's leaking from the main like cluster pressing bit the other side. So yeah, we'll now just get something in there, pry that speed sensor out. She's in there tight. Yeah, so you can see that like all these bits, just where it gathers a lot of shit up in there. Right, so that can now come out there. Number 10. Turn up on the little pinion holding it. Quick as that. And all sit over there. And that bracket to there. That will go back in there. Just hit my head on that. Pain. Right. So we get this bolt loosened on the top, get it to near end of thread. And then we just drop these two. Got one this side, 17mm hex, and then another 17mm hex that side. I say they're both 17. To my knowledge, they are both 17s. They are both 17s. So yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute. We'll just get this top bolt loosened. So you know what I've done? I've realised that I have a motorbike lift, and for some reason I'm working on the floor on my knees again. I don't even do that. I do it countless times. Honestly, countless. I might as well just do it in the middle of a concrete floor over there. One day I'll remember. Pushy tight. Not really useful. Haven't loosened that top one yet. I was faffing about. Had a phone call. You know how it is. A reducer. There she goes. Easy peasy. So, at the minute, keep the fluid in. I'll be replacing the fluid in that. I'm waiting for Derek, whose bike this is. Wait for him just to drop off the right weight oil or whatever it was. He does a lot of miles on his bike, so she's a bit tighter. So by the looks of this, it has got like a slip collar ring on it. So I'm going to give that a little tap round. Purely just to free it up the slightest amount. I'll show you what I mean. Sorry about all the camera movement. It's one little issue with it. So you can see, you'll be able to see easier on this. It's got like a slipped collar ring. So I need to free that one up as well, I think. Depends which one I put on. I'll put back on whichever one looks the best. So right, what we're going to do, because it's very, 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 very tough on there. So get that boot out of the way. And we'll just give it a little bit of heat. Not too much though. Okay. I don't really know if this. I don't know what that was my hand instead that time. No, it definitely moved a little bit. Yeah, we have movement, that's for sure. Yeah, that's the stuff we like. So yeah, a little bit of heat, don't go too crazy because obviously this is a cast. We don't want that to crack now, do we? No, we don't. But yeah, so far, so good. Little bit, obviously, this bike's done 70,000 miles. That's a lot of miles. Especially on a bike. But this was a ridden bike, it's just a matter of keeping on top of it. So, right, them ones are loose. That side loose. Need to just get this top one off. And then this whole unit will just slide out. Obviously once I've pulled the box. Okay, right. I'm going to pause it again here. So I can just grab the tools. And then I'll attack that one. We'll wire brush this. Get that shit off. Right, can you see this little bolt here? Sort of. That's a 14mm. With any luck, make this bolt go in there. And, we're going to have 14 on the other side then. I assumed right. Oh, she's smoking. It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot. It's really fucking hot. I feel like wearing gloves. Put that down for a minute. Right, what we are going to have happen here, I'm going to assume, once I pull that, this whole thing's going to want to go, I thought so. We put a danger stand. Somewhere in location, just as to where it nips it, like that. There you go, look, so we know that whole thing, you see, is loose and just rest. So there's union in there, so when a, put them in. So with the suspension, because this is a sway, this will be a sway bar, which feels all good. The union sway needs to sway as well, hence the rubber boot here, your pivot. So that top bolt's out. We can now go ahead and remove this on this side. That one out. Push the. We can go ahead and remove this on this side. They are hefty. There you go. So that just slips into the other one. Very hefty. Tell you what though, bearings in there alright. But that is the broken one. So the oil's still all in the back of that. What we'll do, just give this a little clean out. But so what it is, these both got nubbins On either side you can see they're greased up, and they sit in these on that, so they can't go nowhere. There's another one that side. Yeah. Oh, hefty though, but this is going to be the fun bit, because you've got to try and get this, because obviously this union here spins as well, wants to just drop, so you can get that up, in, and put the boot on here. So you can see there, we are right on the end of that stub. So it's good, we can get the finger in there. Would be easier 2 people, but you know these things. You know how it is. Right, we'll give that a quick little clean way around the boot goes as well. To be honest, the boot's been doing its job, so if it wasn't doing its job, all inside there would be full of cookie caca. Isn't that right? Yes. Grab a new raggy. I say new. Mrs. is not very happy with me because someone decided to take home 31 microfibers and put them all in the washing machine. Do I care? I do care, because she'll probably watch this video. I do really care. My poor washing machine. Huh. That is that. That. So the bearings that come with the second hand part, just going to grease them up. They just slot in the side. I'll give them a clean up, grease up, and they just literally sit there. That one's there, and then this one goes in the smaller side. So you don't need to watch me grease bearings. If you don't know how to grease bearings, simple. Blob of grease in your hand, and these seals come off the back. No, they don't. So it doesn't matter. But we're aiming to get it in that groove there. So you go and push it in to the groove, and then you'll see it smush out. To be fair, they are greased enough, but I'm going to chuck some in just so I know. And then a little blob of grease just in where these pins go. You know what, in that time that I've talked, I could have literally just greased it. Blob of grease in your hand, pull that out. See it coming through them. Just work it into it. You'll see it in the middle. Just work it into that gap. You nick your fingers in it. Give it a spin. It's obviously a little bit slidey. A lot of it slidey. She's in there. Grease holds it in as well, which helps. Little blob of grease inside on your pin. Naughty, like it. And then change your gloves in a minute. Diddy little bear in this one. nipped on the finger. Just work around. There shouldn't be play. It should be nice, smooth. If you're getting it and it's spinning and gritty, change it. Alright? Change it. Right, that one I'll have to put in when I've stood up, right? She might sit as she's... Yeah, we're good. She's sat. Nice little blob. The inside. That's held there. Right, get rid of these. Use your pinky. Pinky never gets dirty for some reason. Get rid of them ones. There for a minute. Love these gloves. Absolutely love them. Good grip, and they're still capable of working. Right, I should have some CV. Touch of this CV grease, just a little bit. I'm just going to put it inside the end of this. Stinks. So, also courtesy of the missus, get yourself some of these. What are they called? Spodges? Spodge? Makeup. A mascara thingy. Little bit on there. Pick this up. Just swirl around the inside. This is just Molly grease basically. Just keeps everything alright. Everything else in there is as good as it can be, really. So yeah. Good to go. Stick that in there. I don't know what that is on my hand. Juice. Right. This is now going to be the fun bit. Because I've got to try and get this in and line it up with that CV. All on my toddles. It should be alright. See how it goes. Like I say, it's a heavy unit. I'd love to show you what I'm seeing this side, but even I can't see it. So you might need to, I don't find you need to rotate this to get it Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Pop one side in. It's hard with a lot of weight because you're trying to sweating. You got to try and keep, obviously, because you're putting this centre pin in. I thought I weren't recording then, I was going to cry. I'm trying to lock that centre pin into the centre of this as well. And thread it. Right. Anybody else shattered? I am. I need a little sleep. Alright. I just nick this side up. But yeah, so to recap, when you go here, so this, as this back arm moves up and down, this slides on that. So you need to try and rotate that a little bit, because obviously there's a spline. You might be lucky to push it in first time, but you've got to get your finger in there, flick that up, get it on the end of the spline, rotate the back pinion bit a little, and then you're good to go. Right. I'll get this bolted up and all the new stuff back on. But yeah, torque specs, when I find them, I'll then just jump back on the end bit of the video. But yeah, I'll get everything bolted up now. Great success. We'll get the brakes and stuff back on and tell him he needs new pads. Wireless uphill, I might even bother putting the back wheel on. I'll get into it. Oh, I'll order the pads. You know. Yeah. Sorry it's a bit of a long video, but I love it. Thanks. Right, so apparently I look fat. I'm not fat. I'm just puffy. I've got this stuff in my pocket. Right. So both these plugs on that for when the oil, 25 newton meters. I don't know if you can try and screenshot it or something. But if not, left pin, pivot, 100, right locking pin, 110. And then this top pivot, 48 newton meters. All in newton meters. And then little back plate. This. And that goes on. Is 30. Simple as that. Okay. Okay. Brakes. Rear brakes. $40 newton meters for both brake bolts. All right. Thanks for watching. So this is my company. I'm in Besthorpe in Norfolk, right near the motocross track. If you want me to do it for you, come and pay me to do it for you. Bring the new part. So some of them I have seen is just the rear. To my knowledge, they can be split on the Union, but they come out so much easier with the whole drive shaft, prop shaft, whatever you want to call it, the way they're meant to come out. If not, I think you have to split that down. That might be a pain in the ass, but I don't know. I could do a little look in a little while and see if there is a way that you can just get that end bit off. There probably is, probably an easy way, but like I said, there's no other videos out there, and Triumph don't give you any information in the book on how to change any of this, how to split it, nothing. So a lot of it has been just guesswork, but we've got it done. Let's talk everything up. Thanks, I'm Oz. Thanks for watching. If you want to see anything else, hit me up.